What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block, episode 122. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, that retro code, Edward Varnell.
Hello, everybody.
No Jesse again this week. He's
Vacation.
spending time with family. Ooh, I'm just kidding. He's out with his family doing stuff, doing dad stuff, like I was doing all morning. Man, whew! I woke up at 7:30, Ed, because we had planned to do stuff earlier, and It is now 10:43. So, yeah, baby ate twice, baby pooped 3 times, baby took a nap. Wife had to do bathroom stuff to get ready because they're out running errands. So, yeah. But it was an eventful morning. But we're here. We're here live, ngrradio.com/live or twitch.tv/ngrradio. Check us out. Check out all of our other podcasts. Ed, I'm going to run through some of this housekeeping real quick for those watching live or elsewhere. Remember, our Nindy Showcase, our first full season, is now all up and live on demand. I recommend you go check that out at youtube.com/ngrradio or ngrradio.com. Really proud of our first Nindy Showcase season. A couple of games still aren't out. I thought they would be out by the time we wrap the season, but it's okay. They're coming. All the games that we played are confirmed for Switch, either already out or coming in the near future. So, very excited. That season was so much fun, Ed. I can't wait to plan out our next season of Nindies, because there have been so many good ones that have come out in the since we wrapped the season. There have been great ones come out. So,
of course, yeah. It's so funny. I was watching. I think it was Hyper Light Drifter. It was one of them, and you mentioned N++, and man, we might have to just do that.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, I wanted to do it during the summer, like an indie showcase for the summer only, but I'm thinking we need to do a winter season too. Like after Pod and Play season 3 wraps up, we should do like N++, Dead Cells, Hollow Knight, a couple other awesome indies. So I mean, man, there have been so many great indies. Speaking of Dead Cells, like I've been wanting to play Dead Cells, but I'm waiting for the physical copy. Like everybody keeps talking about it. Like in some cases, it's been in unfortunate situations, but like and nothing to do with the game. It's been about like reviews and stuff. But like, man, Dead Cells looks so awesome. And I like last night I was debating. I was like, I want to play Hollow Knight, but I really want to play Dead Cells. So I went on the Switch eShop, and they're right next to each other on my wish list. I'm like, oh, jeez. And I already have Dead Cells pre-ordered on Amazon for physical copy. For physical. And I already, like, wasted an Amazon gift card on it. And it's like, I guess I'll play Hollow Knight until Dead Cells comes out.
I literally can't hold out on Dead Cells till my physical copy comes in. Because, of course, there's tons of great games on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But, like, the indie stuff that I got on my Switch, I'm still trying to get through. And I'm like, man, there's so much great content on it. And there's so much that's coming still.
Like, I know. We were talking about stuff like just how we haven't really played much on other consoles just because of how much the Switch is offering right now. You know,
Exactly.
like, I mean, I've dabbled back into Destiny and stuff. We'll get into all that later, but like, there's just too much on. There's literally too much on Switch to play to even turn on. Like, my Xbox and PlayStation have been Netflix machines the last couple weeks because I've been playing Switch. Now, granted, part of that's been also because like the baby and, you know, that's really the only system I can play right now, unless it's like 9 o'clock at night, and by then I'm just like exhausted. But Switch has got so much coming out. Like, we'll get into it when what we've been playing before we get into what we've been playing, because I want to finish up this housekeeping stuff.
And before you get to the rest of the housekeeping, if you guys want more Nindies stuff, shout out to Nindy Nation, Josh Brent and his podcast.
Yeah, we actually just had them on. We actually had Brant on NGR and on Monday's episode. So there's a link in that description also if you want to head to our YouTube page, or just go to nintendovillage.com or their YouTube channel or their Facebook page. Like, you should check out Nindy Nation. Dude, Brant's great. Man,
he's amazing.
Life of gaming feels like so long ago. Gosh. But let's get into the rest of this housekeeping. Season 3 of Pod and Play kicks off September 1st with Darksiders War Mastered for Xbox One, PS4, and Wii U.
Yes.
Very excited for Pod and Play. Couple of hiccups in the production of that season, but we're getting back to it. We're finding time this week to finish out the season. I'm very excited for Season 3 because I think like we said before, Season 1 was like the idea, like, okay, Pod and Play sounds like a cool idea. Season 2 was like, okay, we've nailed the idea, there's just a couple production hiccups. But Season 3, I think, is like the culmination of what we hoped Pod and Play would become at some point.
Yeah.
So, very, very excited for that.
And I cannot wait to see those episodes, because I want to like hear our discussions. Our discussions do be so good.
I know. They're so good, and some of the episodes like really stand out. Man, just watch Season 2. Check out Season 3 coming up on September 1st. Check out our Let's Play shows, Royale with Cheese and Squad Goals. Royale with Cheese mostly because Fortnite is really available on Switch and it's available. It's just awesome. Our shenanigans. The other day, I think last week's was the one where like you, me, and Jesse were running through Fortnite, and I was with Jesse, and you stayed behind because you were like building a house around, because you found a bunch of trees to cut down, and you were just building a house. And Jesse and I left you behind. Oh man, that was a good one. I'm trying to figure out a new schedule for the shows, because like now that Platinum Plays is back up, they want to put their shows up on Mondays. So after this run of Squad Goals, I think Squad Goals is only going to run on Fridays after the October shows debut. So,
okay.
I'm trying to figure some stuff out around scheduling. But for now, Squad Goals is still available every Monday and Friday for you to watch. I'm right now is our Gears of War playthrough. I forgot that we even did that, and I was like, oh yeah. So I watched the first episode, and I was like, man, Gears of War is such a good game.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to start recording our podcasts live on Twitch. So check out twitch.tv/NGR Radio. Follow us, subscribe to us, whatever that button is. Whatever. Just follow us and catch our live recordings before they go up on youtube.com/NGR Radio and your podcast service of choice. You can also check us out on NGR Radio Live on ngrradio.com/live. There are links to subscribe and follow there as well. And then just visit our website and subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/NGR Radio. That subscribe helps, even if you're only an audio listener. So,
yes.
With that said, Ed, we said there was a lot coming out for Switch, and I know there's a lot coming out for other systems too. Like Call of Duty seems to be like a big one, Red Dead 2, Tomb Raider, Destiny,
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. Yeah.
There's so much coming out for these other systems. But I was looking at my Switch calendar, and these are just the games that I'm interested on Switch from now until December when Smash comes out. right? This is just, and this doesn't include any of the indies that aren't really scheduled to come out yet, right? So, undated games, Dark Souls Remastered and Travis Strikes Again.
Yes,
those are kind of the two big undated games, and King of Cards, Shovel Knight King of Cards. In August, Dead Cells and Monster Hunter Generations coming to Switch physically. September, NBA 2K19, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 expansion, Valkyria Chronicles 4, and FIFA 19 are the big ones that I'm interested in. But there's also SNK Heroines.
Yes.
There's a couple other big games. October is Mega Man 11, Super Mario Party, and Starlink. November is the Pokemon games, and December is Smash Brothers. And also in there is like the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Disgaea 1 Complete is in there. There are so many games coming out for Switch in the next couple months. It's insane.
And they just been announcing more stuff like Vertex Pop, the people who made Graceful Explosion Machine. They got their new game announced, and I'm like, oh, are you serious? I was just like, yes, which will relate to on what I've been playing a little bit later. But yeah, just like you said, and shoot, Iconoclast for me is Iconoclast of Kana and Okami that's out right now that I still need to pick up.
I know. I thought about picking up Iconoclast yesterday too. Oh man, I there's so many great games out right now that I'm just like, I keep getting sidetracked because like I'm like, and it's to the point where like I've started so many games.
Exactly.
And like I can't just focus on one because I want to play them all. And it's to the point where like I can't decide when I want to play, so I'm just gonna go back and play Tetris. Like last night, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to play. I'm like, I really can't decide. And then I was like, I'm gonna play a little bit of Fortnite, and there was an update for Fortnite that I hadn't installed yet. So I was like, back to Tetris, and like I had the best round of Tetris in my life. I made it to level like 15, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are moving so fast, I can't even concentrate. And then I was like, meh. So yeah. So but Ed, I'm gonna ask you a question. What have you been playing?
Okay, so for Xbox One, after last recording of Arsenal X, me and Jesse hopped on playing Forza Horizon 3. And we really enjoyed it, had a good time with that, had some great laughs, and had a really cool discussion playing that game and working on some things. For PlayStation 4, I'm still playing Detroit Become Human. I think I'm at the halfway point, and it's getting really good and very interesting. And all the decisions I'm making. I was thinking of getting Strider for PS4, but I decided not to get it because I own it for PS3. So I'm holding off into that. Started playing Titanfall 2 on PS4 just to go back and get some of the helmets, the pilot helmets, like the collectibles, and was having fun with that. Also, what else was I playing on Xbox? I was playing something else on Xbox One. Oh, I'm playing Mafia 3 on Xbox One. So I literally been putting my headset on my Xbox One controller and listen through everything, all the audio through the headset. It sounds really, really good. Like when you hear just the end game through some good headphones, you're like, man, this really stands out. But I was talking to Corey like this morning, and I was just like, dude, I've pretty much been doing a lot of Switch games. So let me start off, of course, Octopath Traveler. That's nothing new. Making progress in that. I'm at the part that I'm just like literally grinding, trying to get everybody like to level 30, because I'm not doing the trick that the people found out. I am playing also Graceful Explosion Machine because of Vertex Pop's new game that they announced, and uh, dude. So their new game is called Super Crush KO, which is a shoot 'em up, beat 'em up kind of game, and from a lot of the bullets that it shows, it looks like Graceful Explosion Machine 2 in a sense with that you can also beat up enemies and all the combos. So I was started playing Graceful Explosion Machine to get my like low grades up, get my low grades that's down up some grades, at least to a B or A. And dude, I got my tail kicked. And remember we had this discussion where I said that I couldn't play it on TV with the Pro Controller. I had to do it with the Joy-Cons. Everything switched. Once I started playing Graceful on the TV with the Joy-Con, with the Pro Controller, I was just like, oh, this fits better. All I now got to do is just memorize where the heck I'm at on this game. Really enjoyed that. Went back to Wizards of Legends, and I stayed up probably almost an hour and 45 minutes replaying that game over and over for the past 2 weeks.
Nice.
And I just like I'm trying to get my character better. Wizards of Legend is like a top-down rogue like action game where you're mixing up different magic, and you'll go through 2 stages and get to a boss. And the goal is to get through all 9 stages, all 6 stages, and then the boss, and then you get out of this castle and you become a wizard and stuff. You don't keep the coins that's in there, but any diamonds or gems that you get is the currency that you'll keep. So when you go to town, if you got enough currency, you could buy these cards that will open up different abilities for you. And the more abilities that you acquire and the more clothing that you get, you end up getting better at the game and more chance of survival. So I definitely been enjoying that. Got a game, I think it's called The Tale of Berserk or something like that. It's like this free-to-play anime beat-em-up game. There's a lot of talking, so you're going to want to skip. The sad thing about this game is you can only play it online. You cannot play it offline. And I was just like, oh dang, this is a beat 'em up. Why the heck do I gotta be up online? So been playing a little bit of that. Played the word puzzle game also on Switch, like a demo. Very cool. I think I'll wait for a sale because I was playing it with my finger. Like that's the first game that I played just like touching it actually with my finger. And just played the demo of that. And just like, oh, this is really cool. Like it's like 4 puzzles I could play with. So just been enjoying that, and then started playing Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
I keep getting lost in this game because it's so good.
You know what's funny? I actually jumped back. I actually like popped Zelda in for like 10 minutes the other day because I'm like, I kind of want to like. I want to replay the game, but I don't want to delete the file that I have.
Exactly.
So I kind of just like jumped in and ran around a little bit and like collected some monster parts, and I'm like, let's look at my outfits and see like how I can upgrade them, right?
Yeah.
So I ran around and was like trying to get some, just trying to find some outfit like monster parts and upgrade stuff to upgrade them. And I'm like, man, this game's fun. I wish I had like other objectives to do. I want to go through and play this game again, right? And so that game is great. It looks great too. Like I popped it up on my TV and I'm like, man, this game still looks great.
Yeah. I have a copy of Has Been Hero and I have not popped it in, and I need to for it. So yeah, well, this week is going to kind of be harder gaming for a couple of reasons, but I'll tell that at the end of the show. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Nice. I've been playing Captain Toad still. I really like that game. I've been trying to grind through Octopath Traveler still, and it got to the point where like I didn't really know what was going on with the other characters because I was like, you know, every time I get to a part where I have to read something like the baby's crying and I have to take care of something, which has made me go back to Tetris a lot and Captain Toad and some of these shorter experiences, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna restart and just I'm gonna start over and just read everything and make sure I'm getting everything. So like, I restarted. I started with the hunter again because I think that character's like the way I want to play that game. That character fits my playstyle the best. So I started with her again, and then I made my way down to the thief. So I'm doing the thief storyline right now, and that game is like everything I wanted it to be right now. You know, it's just like it's pretty. The music's great. The art is fantastic. It's just a fun game, man. That game is if you want an JRPG for Switch, like Octopath Traveler is kind of like the perfect game because like it's weird how like cohesive they make all the stories without them like kind of being. It kind of at the beginning it kind of feels like you're playing 8 separate games, honestly, because you're going around to the different towns trying to collect the different characters, and then you play through their beginning chapter. So like it kind of feels a little disconnected at first, but like I know once you get to like chapter 2 or and beyond, like the stories start interweaving and you start really seeing the connection between the characters. So like I'm man, what a fantastic game that is. I love it so much. I'm only about 4 hours into my restart. So, because like I want to, while I'm doing these storylines, I'm grinding, right? Like I want, because like I know grinding is a big factor later. So like I'm trying to like just inch my way and not like overdo it, but like I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna like run away from these fights, and I'm actually gonna like kind of weave through the grass or whatever. You know, kind of like when you're grinding in Pokemon, you just kind of like walk in a big circle for a while.
Guilty.
Yeah. So
I overdo it. I grind to I have a limit that I want everybody to be at, so I will spend 2.5 days just full of grinding.
Yeah. Like, well, like, you know, like I remember in Bravely Default, like, because this is that team, I'm like, I remember having to go and grind. I'm like, well, if this is anything like Bravely Default, I need to start grinding early because I don't want to waste like a week just grinding for this one fight. So I need to like do mini grinds up until like a certain point, you know. So that's kind of what I've been doing with that game. Been playing some Fortnite. Came in second place 3 times this week, man.
Nice.
3 times second place. Ah, man.
That's still good.
I got 4 kills in 1 round. I'm like, man, that's good for me. But yeah, the one time I had full health and full shields, and this guy was like so good at building to a point where like he would just keep blocking my shots, and he killed me while I was reloading a shotgun. I was like, man, man, it was rough. It was rough, man. Fortnite is a fun game. Man,
sadly, everyone, I still haven't started it on Switch. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You know what? I only play like maybe like once a week. I haven't even bought the Battle Pass this season because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get anything because, you know, I'm not going to play that much because of the baby and everything else we need to play and cover and whatever. So like, I didn't even bother buying the Battle Pass this time. I might buy it next season, but none of the costumes really were like speaking to me either. So if there's one that I see up on a daily thing, I might grab some V-Bucks and be like, well, maybe. But what else? Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze finally made it to the third world or whatever. It's, man, I wish I had more time just to play that game too. I want to play it on the TV, man.
Yeah.
With the D-pad and the Pro Controller and stuff, but like that game's super fun. Mario Tennis Aces is like, it's starting to wear on me, but I'm like, I want to play, at least finish the story mode, you know. And I tried an online match just to get, because Koopa Troopa was like the July character that you could get if you played online. And so I got crushed. I was like, nah, I'm done. Dude, I got crushed. Like, crushed. I'm like, this is a Mario Tennis game. How am I doing this terribly?
I still need to pick it up. There's going to be a shift of things with me, and not so much financially, but probably job wise, because I definitely, for me, I am planning to get a 4K TV, like from my nearest Target.
Nice.
And I think the one that I want is about $350. So there might be some sacrifices of games, but I'm definitely going to be getting some of the top $60 games that I need for that month. Definitely for Switch. Like Nintendo, shoot. Heck, I still need to go get Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, because I want to hear that butt rock in my head. Like, Hyrule Warriors soundtrack is still so good, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm just like, this is probably one of Zelda's best soundtracks.
Speaking of soundtracks, did you hear what they're doing with the Smash soundtrack?
In the game, yeah.
Well, but like, you can keep your Switch in sleep mode and just listen to it. It's like a separate file that you can listen to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A couple podcasts I listened to were talking about it, and like it's not really the most ideal way to listen to music, but like you're going to be able to listen to the Smash soundtrack without actually having the game open.
Shoot, people were just like, they're taking their Switch to work and listening to the Smash soundtrack.
I'm just going to leave it on my TV while I'm like cleaning the house.
Making your own playlist and everything.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. But speaking of your point on TVs too, I've found the TV that I'm going to be purchasing. So I'm probably going to be getting a 4K TV soon also. Not that it really affects Switch, but like it'll affect everything else I'm playing. So,
right.
I want to play Tomb Raider at its best. So, yeah, man, I'm.
Oh that I've already got to save like 120. Like, actually 240, because there's two games. One is coming to Switch, and I think one is going to be on one. And I forgot what game it is that's coming out. It's one of them. I know Spider-Man I got to get. Shadow of Tomb Raider is already it's just going to be on Xbox One. I'll wait for it to go down for PS4 and wait for maybe a Black Friday sale. But day one, it's Xbox One.
Yeah, I'm like, it sucks because like September is like the most out of the games that I want to have, right? Mm-hmm. September is like the most expensive month because Destiny comes out and Tomb Raider. Those are like the two big other console games I want, because nothing else is really like interesting me right now. Spider-Man kinda, but like that's like a wait game for me because the Platinum guys are going to cover it for us anyway. So,
right.
I don't really need to be on top of that. I do want to play it eventually. It's not the game. There's other priorities right now.
I want to play the Spider-Man game to see how good Insomniac has done with a comic book character, because I think this is their first game that they did for a comic book character, and kind of like a somewhat return back to back to Sony in a sense.
Yeah. Well, Ratchet and Clank, but their game before that was Sunset Overdrive, which was a Microsoft exclusive, and then Fuse before that was multi-platform. So,
but that was through EA.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to go down the road of them coming back to Sony.
Coming back.
So,
yeah.
But the last game I played for about a half hour last night was Hollow Knight, because everybody keeps talking about it, and I'm like, I guess I should probably give this a shot, right?
Yeah,
it's cool. It's got a cool art direction, and like I don't really know how or what I'm doing yet. I'm still in that beginning stage of like trying to figure it out, and okay, this is where I need to go. Maybe I'm just gonna go explore and oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't be at this point yet type thing. But It's cool. I like it a lot. I think Hollow Knight is something. I think it's something special, and like I know I'm really late to the party on this, but if you haven't played Hollow Knight and you like those types of games, you should definitely check it out. It's cool. It's only $15 also, so
yeah.
Yeah, if you've been saving those Nintendo Gold coins,
I have.
You should use them on Hollow Knight. And then I found out that that game's getting a physical copy edition also. I'm like,
when?
Crap. There was a story around E3 when it launched. They said they are working on a physical copy, but they want to make sure the game is out on Switch and works great before they put it on a cart. So it's either going to be later this year or early next year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, because I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to be physical. I decided to pass the digital version for it. Shovel Knight,
dude. When Shovel Knight gets that physical, you know it's coming. When it gets a physical edition, I'm
day one. It's already up and popping.
I will sell everything I have to get a Shovel Knight physical edition.
Oh no, you won't. No, you won't. After the yeses that I gave you yesterday, from all the posters that you picked, definitely particular for one game.
Yeah.
Now, my yas is very special. What Corey showed yesterday, sorry everybody, he showed some retro games, and I am in a retro system, and my yes just was kind of like 8 lines.
Yeah, well, like all my old gaming stuff is over at my parents' house, right? So I was cleaning stuff out and whatever, you know, it was just like I gotta clean this stuff and organize it and make sure everything is together. And I'm missing a couple things. I need to go back down in their basement because there's one box that I can't find, and it has like my Wavebirds and my Gen 1 Genesis in it. Like, I can't find the receivers to my Wavebirds.
Oh no!
I mean, I looked them up. The receiver, like a new receiver for a Wavebird's only like $6. So like, I mean, I can just get them, but yeah, it's I got everything all organized, and I want to. What my idea is like this whole section over here, like right here. If you're watching the video version, I have this old entertainment center that I use for like a table.
Yeah,
I want to set up my Nintendo systems over here, and like because like I want to do the similar to what Platinum Plays does. Like they're recording while they were talking, like almost like our pod and play style thing, but I want to do it for like just Nintendo games, just randomly. And either you can join me, or Jesse, or you know, Matt or Moose, or whoever wants to join me and just talk about Nintendo games. Probably mostly you, because this is our bread and butter. But you know, I want to bring my GameCube over and get the NES Classic and Super Nintendo set up, like. And you know, my Wii U has all my Nintendo 64 games that I'd want to play on it, so it's not like I need to hook that up. But
wish I need to get hooked back up because I need to start working on Darksiders, and shoot, screw it, I need to just pop in Tokyo Mirage Session and blow through that game.
Yeah,
because I don't have I have a feeling that it's not coming to Switch.
I know. Well, the dual screen is such a big feature of that game because your bottom screen acts as your cell phone, you know, in Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Yeah.
And it's just how would you make that work on Switch? Like, there would have to be a lot of work to go in. I mean, I want it to come to Switch, don't get me wrong. I want that game so bad on Switch. But, like, I just wonder how they would do it.
They could change some things.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And plus, I'm like, that soundtrack with your headphones, like, come on now. Tokyo Mirage Session has a great soundtrack, and I think a lot of people, I think 75%, it'll be like 75% better in purchase on Switch. My Black Tab will already be at GameStop. I will get off this podcast and be like, I need $5 on Tokyo Mirage Session for Switch. Do not play with it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of all I've been playing. But I do have some plans because, like, and we'll talk, you and I will talk after the show because this week I want to get Pod and Play Season 3 finished up. But it all depends on our scheduling and everything. So,
yes.
But we're going to get into some news bits. We might not cover everything that happened this week, obviously, but there is a bunch of big news stories coming out, so we're just going to kind of fly through them because I want to get to this question block because I think we're going to have a lot of discussions, and we're already 32 minutes into the show. So our first story comes from Game Informer. Doom Eternal is also launching on Switch. Doom Eternal just got detailed with new footage and a presentation at QuakeCon, finally fleshing out the anticipated sequel since its announcement at E3. Despite the previous Doom game coming to Switch last year, not many people expected the sequel to launch on Switch as well, but Bethesda apparently delights in subverting those expectations. We hope you're ready, Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal will launch on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. The Doom Twitter announced after the presentation that Doom Eternal will launch on those systems, and Bethesda's wording of will launch on ... Switch sure makes it sound like it may be like it's day and date with the other versions. If that's true, that makes the first simultaneous launch for a Bethesda title on a Nintendo system pretty much ever. Panic Button, the studio which ported Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus, Doom, Rocket League, and Warframe to Nintendo Switch, retweeted the announcement, indicating that they are likely behind the port. So, awesome! The Doom and Wolfenstein versions, Switch versions, are awesome.
That power, that hashtag, be like, let's get Doom to 1 million. It worked.
I know.
But Bethesda would be crazy enough not to put that game on Switch. You already seen the support of your past games making bukus of money. Yeah. I mean, look, Nintendo's been starving for third-party support for a long time, right? I mean, especially after like the Wii kind of died down in the Wii U, the Wii U era, like. Third-party games were few and far between, and usually it was just a Ubisoft port of something, right? And so having the support of one of the big four, I guess, in Bethesda is like... I mean, I was like, man, I can't believe Doom is running on this thing, right? And I was like, man, Doom Eternal is going to be way bigger. I cannot see that game running on Switch at all. Like, I was like, man, that'd be cool if it was coming, but I can't really see it running on Switch. But when they announced that it's coming to Switch... I was like, man, this is like Bethesda is really doubling down on Nintendo and just because I mean, of course, the quality, regardless on how you take upon it, they realize that okay, if all these other companies are making money and everybody is promoting their stuff, we need to get our stuff on that system because I've like I said, once again, you can put your stuff on PS4, Xbox One now all you want to, but no one's going to be talking about them like they will be talking about it on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can't wait to see that game on Switch. Like, I mean, look, Xbox One X or PC are probably the preferred places to play that game, but still, that's going to be a game that I think I'll probably double dip on because I'll probably get the digital version on Xbox One X, but I'll have the physical for Switch, so...
I mean, I'll have the physical for both, one, because I know people are not going to buy it for one, so I'll get it there, and definitely a Switch version. Of course I need to have that. That's just ridiculous. Why not?
Yeah, so...
and also, maybe the 64 gig...
carts will be out by then? I mean, maybe. We'll see. I mean... Doom Eternal's projected maybe next year, so we'll see when it happens. But I'm hyped for Doom. Our next story comes from Nintendo Life, and Bethesda's support for Switch might not end at Doom Eternal. This year's QuakeCon revealed Doom Eternal, developed by id Software and published by Bethesda, would be coming to Switch, with port specialist Panic Button officially handling the Nintendo version of the game. During an interview with Variety, id Software Studio Director Tim Willits revealed Rage 2, developed in partnership with Avalanche Studios, was currently being considered for the Switch. We're looking at the tech on that right now. We're still evaluating that because everything is open, everything's available, so there's no level loads. We are looking at that now, but we don't know. Despite technical barriers that may need to be overcome, the fact that id Software already has Doom, Wolfenstein 2, and now Doom Eternal up for Switch, thanks to Panic Button, Rage 2 may have a chance. That, like, Doom and Wolfenstein are big titles, but having an open world game like Rage 2 on Switch,
I think the thing about it is, I will see how Rage does on Switch, like the first one, like really go back and try to make a port version of that and fix some things and see how people take it, because I don't think a lot of people still remember Rage, and I think like a re-release with some fixes and stuff would do wonders. Sure, Panic Button could, or whoever could port the first one there, let's see how that does, and then we'll see when Rage 2, if it comes. But that's a note that Rage 2 is going to be on there. What is there to think?
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be. I think Rage 2 would be like, if Doom is already pushing the limits. I think Rage 2 would definitely be pushing the limits, and like, at first I was like, I wonder if people like even remember the first Rage, or if Bethesda wants to kind of like shove Rage under the rug or whatever. But they just released it on Game Pass, and it's on sale right now for $9.99 on the Xbox store. So like, they clearly aren't shying away from Rage 1, you know, even though, I mean, there were people that liked that game. I don't really remember Rage 1, to be honest with you.
And that's why I said, like, if they could go back and like fix it up and kind of, I mean, spruce up some things up, get some gameplay things, and just do a re-release of it, like a remaster, and put it on Switch, I think that would tell how Rage 2 would do on that system.
Yeah. So, yeah, Rage 2, keep an eye out. Might be coming soon. So, all right, Ed, we're going to get through some of this bad news real quick. Ubisoft's Steep isn't coming to Nintendo Switch anymore. This comes from Polygon. Publisher backs off from porting extreme sports title. Steep, the skiing and snowboarding game that launched on PS4, Windows PC, and Xbox One at the end of 2016, is no longer coming to Switch. The game's official Twitter account said development for Switch has stopped in order to support players on existing platforms. A Ubisoft representative repeated this in a statement after we asked for clarity on the development choice. The Steep team is wholly dedicated to supporting the live game and made the decision to stop Steep development on Nintendo Switch platform to focus on bringing new live content to the challenges to Steep players instead. We'll have more exciting news about the live game to share soon. Honestly, not surprising, because I don't think Steep did well on the other platforms anyway.
Steep 2 didn't do well on the other platforms.
I mean, I think, like, it surprised me that they're still working on it after, like, the almost non-existent support they were giving that game on other platforms. So, yeah.
Shoot, I don't even think they're giving support to Steep 2, because I didn't know that it came. I didn't know what day it came out.
Steep 2.
Yeah.
Did they announce a Steep 2?
Yeah, they announced a Steep 2.
Or was it that Olympic version?
No, they announced a Steep 2.
I don't remember that.
And I think it came, I think they announced a Steep 2. I think it came out, and that was the last that I heard of it.
Well, at any rate, I just think, like, Steep is just something that's going to die on the hill, no pun intended.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think nobody was looking forward to Steep being on Switch in the first place, because everybody was just like, give us the N64 snowboarder game, 1080, and SXX. Everybody wanted that stuff. Nobody was really talking about Steep, and still nobody's talking about Steep.
Yeah.
It's canceled. Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm fine with it. There's plenty of other things to play on Switch that, you know.
No loss to me.
Yeah. So, anyways. Also, probably not coming to Switch, Ed. Womp womp. Something that is near and dear to our hearts. Shadow of the Tomb Raider won't be making it to the Switch anytime soon, according to IDOS Montreal. This comes from Nintendo Life. Lara Croft's latest game trilogy has revitalized her career. There's even been a new movie released earlier this year that follows her recent success. Speaking of GameSpot, IDOS Montreal lead game designer Heath Smith said despite Lara's surge in popularity, she wouldn't be making the Switch anytime soon, as there were currently, quote, no plans for a Nintendo Switch version of the game. Smith said that he was a big fan of Nintendo's hybrid system, but felt the latest game in the trilogy series, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, was not suited for the platform. For now, this essentially stamps out any hopes of the series being ported across to the Switch. The last time Lara was cited on a Nintendo system was during the Wii generation with Tomb Raider Anniversary. Tomb Raider Legend was released on the DS and GameCube. So, I own Tomb Raider Legend on GameCube.
Let me respond to this one. We had hopes and dreams of Tomb Raider, but after seeing the success of Octopath Traveler and some other Square Enix games being on Switch and looking forward to the World Ends with You on Switch, Square Enix is going to make more money doing those games than they would do on Tomb Raider. And I'm sorry, I love Tomb Raider, but let's be real. If they were disappointed with the first sales of Tomb Raider, of Rise of the Tomb Raider didn't sell as it should have, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I hope that it does pick up sales, but if it does the same sales numbers and people just ignore it, that game won't survive on Switch. And Square Enix know good and well that they can make the money that they expect that they will make on Shadow of the Tomb Raider by doing smaller games like Octopath Traveler on Switch. I mean, you already had you had stock in USA and Japan sell out. Your restock sold out. Rise of the Tomb Raider and the regular Tomb Raider didn't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if I being realistic a little bit. I'm not trying to knock Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We already said that we was gonna get it, but Square Enix in the business sense, they will make more money in that way. I think a lot of people who want Shadow of the Tomb Raider already decided what platform they're going to get it on. Mm-hmm. I don't think nobody was crying out for Shadow to come to Switch. Now, the smart thing to do now will, and it might seem as much, is it through a digital 3-pack of Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Charge $80.
Would you buy, like, if they re-release the definitive edition of the first game on Switch for like $40? Would you buy it?
Of course.
Okay.
That's the old. Everybody else been doing it and showing their support for it, and I bet you it'll probably sell as much as those as the other versions put together.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you. So. But no Tomb Raider for us on Switch. So I mean, I've already pre-ordered the $90 version on Xbox One. So I mean, so I can't wait for that game. Moving on to our next story. This comes from Game Informer. Shovel Knight continues his foray into every video game franchise ever. Joins rivals of Aether. If you saw Shovel Knight as an assist trophy in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate this past week and were disappointed because you wanted to play as him instead, indie 2D Smash Bros. Like Rivals of Aether will make your every Shovel-related dream come true. Shovel Knight is coming to the game as a playable character. Shovel Knight has a lot of his items from games like Dust Knuckle and Propeller Knuckle. You can check out the trailer of the Blue Knight in action below. This makes the 14th playable appearance of Shovel Knight in another game, and the 4th fighting game of those appearances, for a total of 21 appearances, playable or otherwise. Shovel Knight is the Stan Lee of indie video games. So, that's interesting. Did you watch the trailer for this?
No, I did. I thought they showed. I thought they had one already before.
There was something. I forget what it was. It was a similar name that Shovel Knight was in, but it wasn't this game.
Okay,
dude, watching this trailer makes me want a Mega Man X style Shovel Knight game, because it's Shovel Knight in 16-bit instead of 8-bit, and the animation for Shovel Knight, I recommend you watch this trailer. Like, it is, I don't know if you should support this game or not, but the animation they took for Shovel Knight is amazing. Like, it's freaking amazing. It made me gave me chills, man. It's awesome. It's so good.
Yeah, I know he's in a 2D Fire that's coming. I don't think it's out yet, and he's kind of like a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But I think there's the BlazBlue.
Blade Strangers, I think.
Oh, Blade Strangers. Yeah.
Which makes me almost want that game too, but I don't
think that one is out yet.
Blade Strangers comes out. I think it comes out in early September. Or no, I think it comes out the same day as Monster Hunter.
Okay.
So,
because I need some fighters on my system. I still need to buy that Street Fighter Anniversary Collection.
Oh man. You want to move on to our last story before we get into question block? This is just a wrap up. The wrap up: Nintendo Switch Online service to launch in the second half of September. This comes from IGN. It's not an exact launch date, but it's narrowed down. So get your $20 ready for the year. Second half of September. Nintendo Switch Online. I wonder, dude. There's got to be some sort of Nintendo Direct before then to focus on this.
Oh yeah, it will be.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was one in like the last week of August. To be honest with you,
I think we'll probably get the first week of September.
Yeah,
I'm assuming. Because I think they want to cover some of the big games that's coming, and
I mean they have what, 4 first-party games coming out this fall, if you include the Xenoblade boxed copy of the expansion, right? Mm-hmm. They've got Torn of the Golden Country, they've got Mario Party, Pokemon, Smash, right? Those are their 4 big first-party titles. I'm sure they want to date Dark Souls. I'm sure they want to date Travis Strikes Again. I'm sure they want to push World Ends With You, and I'm sure they want to. Where's my list here?
And I think it's good that you mentioned Dark Souls. I think once the online system happens, I think they're going to drop the demo for it, the test play.
Yep. I know they want to probably get Monster Hunter in there, whether the direct happens right before or right after. And I'm sure they want to get Valkyria Chronicles in there. So, I mean, there's a ton of stuff. And Mega Man 11 also. Mega Man 11 is going to be a huge one because they got an amiibo to promote with that. So, I mean, yeah, I think they want to get all those games in there. Plus, I'm sure they'll probably do some sort of light sports thing with NBA 2K and FIFA, in there.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure they're going to want to promote another season of Fortnite, or if they have some sort of exclusive skin, I'm sure they're going to want to try to do something with that too.
And they got 2 things, and in the direct for the Smash, they had 2 things blocked off.
Yeah.
They had one in the dashboard and one on the main screen. I'm like, this is online related.
There's always that one direct in late November after Black Friday too. So I think we're going to have 2 more directs this year. Maybe 3 if they want to do another Pokemon direct.
Sure, I say maybe 4.
Plus like an indie showcase for the fall games.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of Nintendo stuff coming up, I feel like. I think they also want to remind everybody that Star Fox is coming to Starlink. So,
and we'll probably see something mobile related, because Fire Emblem Heroes is making them a bunch of bank, and I think we'll get a direct on that. Yep. Connected. I think it'll be a Fire Emblem Connect, so it'll be Heroes, maybe something for 2DS or 3DS, and 3 Houses would be the thing. I think they'll give us more info for that.
Yeah. So, But that's all the news we have this week. We're going to get into our question block. Remember, you can email the show at nintendopowblock@gmail.com to ask us your questions. We have 3 questions this week. So also tweet at us at NGRPowblock. Tweet us your questions, and we'll try to get to them. So we have 3 big questions this week. Our first question comes from longtime fan Megan Green. Do you think we will see another first-party game for the fall, or do you think Nindies and third-party will round up the lineup nicely?
Nindies and third-party were rounded up. Nintendo has announced all their first-party stuff. Mm-hmm. So we are already wrapped up for this year. I think right now Nintendo is focusing on games for 2019. So Metroid Prime,
the Tiny Fire Emblem, Yoshi,
yeah. So they're tying things up, and I think Pikmin and Animal Crossing will be their big thing that they're getting ready to, because 2020 will be the year that a new Mario and a new Zelda will be showcased, will be announced. So right now they're focusing on getting the games and some of the DLC content ready for the rest of this year. Nindies and some third parties will.
Look how well Dead Cells is doing right now. You know, like that might outsell some of Nintendo's first party stuff. Like, I think something like Dead Cells is going to outsell the Xenoblade expansion. Nothing against Xenoblade or anything, but like, I think Dead Cells is kind of more appealing than a 50-hour RPG right now. Well, especially with Octopath Traveler out.
Well, it kind of depends, because Dead Cells, even with the form that it is in, is still in early access. So,
the 1.0 release is out.
Yeah, for PC, but not for Switch, not for the consoles.
It is.
Did they update it already?
Yeah, 1.0 is out. The PS4 and Switch versions are the 1.0 versions.
What, in Xbox One?
Yeah.
Because I thought, because I thought that the PC version was complete, but they said the console versions weren't.
Well, they're updating the console versions, but they are the 1.0 releases.
Okay.
So I mean, there's going to be like version 1.1.2, whatever. You know, like those will still be happening, adding new features and stuff. But like, yeah, they're the 1.0 versions.
Okay.
So, I mean, I totally agree with you. I think stuff like The World Ends With You, Valkyria Chronicles, Dark Souls, definitely, like, I think those are games that are going to round out the lineup nicely.
Yeah. Dark Souls, I think that's going to be showcased and talked about more on Nintendo Switch than they did on PS4 and Xbox One. Because that game came out on those 2 systems, and the talk about that game dropped.
That game totally came and went. And I think it's because... nothing against the Dark Souls series or anything, but I feel like after Bloodborne came out and Dark Souls 3, that game just, like, that series has evolved so much since Dark Souls 1 came out that, like, people are remembering, like, oh yeah, this is why everybody likes Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 better than Dark Souls 1, is because, like, you know, it's slow, it's very defensive. A lot of there's still some issues that they didn't fix that people still had with the game, like that came out with Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, like, but you know, and I think a lot of people want Dark Souls 1 on Switch because they can play it portably.
But I think what happened, well, to me, I definitely agree with you with that. I think Nintendo just in general killed the whole thing about Dark Souls because of all the games that was coming out and everything people been showcasing and talking about, because on a lot of people's timeline, it had been Nintendo Switch. So yeah, Dark Souls came out for Xbox One and PS4, but if people are talking about N++, talking about Hollow Knight, talking about Street Fighter the 30th anniversary, showcasing Fortnite, Smash, E3 was all about Nintendo. Like, everybody kept talking about Nintendo ever since that game came out. And even Labo with Ariana Grande doing her song, people was talking about more of that than they were Dark Souls remastered. Yeah, so it was just like anything Nintendo related just kill any talk about Dark Souls.
Yeah, plus I think like the delay really hurt that game too. Like the Switch version's delay, like I think that hurt the momentum that game had. And like now everybody's kind of played it on the other systems, and like don't get me wrong, Dark Souls fans are still gonna pick it up. You know, like and for me, like I'm still gonna pick it up because I have to own every Switch game ever. But like I think with everything coming out now and like the hype for Smash and Pokemon, like I think the hype for Pokemon is only continuing to grow, and you know them changing the formula with Mario Party plus all these third-party games. Like,
yeah,
I don't think Dark Souls is going to do bad, but I don't think it's going to do as well as it could have when they announced it in May. You know,
I think because the thing about it for Dark Souls, Jay, it was coming to Switch, but it was that amiibo. And regardless of whatever it does, like everybody wants the amiibo. So now this is the time, Bandai Namco, you need to make 4 times the whatever amount that you are making for that amiibo. It's only right. There's no way that thing should still be out, not pre-sold. Now's the time to up the production and make sure when Dark Souls come out that there's enough amiibos to be sold for that game.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think third parties and indies are gonna wrap a nice bow on this Nintendo fall. So, our next question comes from Mark Steiner. He says, "Are you guys going to do a top Switch games episode like you did the Wii U?" For those who have been watching us for a long time, Ed and I did a top 25 Wii U games.
That episode's so good.
I know, that episode was really fun. I don't know. Do you want to do something like that?
At this time, we probably are going to not do it. Only reason being is because when we did that list, it was closer to the Wii U's end of the Wii U's life cycle, and so we picked games that we have known and loved and stuff. And we don't want to do a list now, because if we just give you the games and make our list now, whether it be top 25, the Switch still has a life cycle of great games coming, and there's going to be an announcement. So our whole list could just be completely wrong, because we played not better stuff, but we played more stuff that should be on the list. And then we'll have to do a part 2. So at this time, I don't think we'll make one. But if you guys... But that's why we do the Nindy Showcase. To showcase some of the great Nindy games that is on the system. And even with Pod and Play, when we're playing games on the Nintendo system, if you are interested and want to hear our conversations and thinking of picking up that game, check out our episodes. So I think we won't make a list, but if you guys keep watching our Nindy Showcase, if you keep watching Pod and Play, hearing our discussions here on Nintendo Pow Block, I think you will find out what games that we love and we are interested in picking up, and you can make your decision about that.
Yeah. So, and maybe someday, maybe like the way we do Nindy Showcase, maybe we'll just do a Nintendo Switch Showcase type thing where we'll pick like, hey, these are like our 12, like I'll pick six games and you pick 6 games, and we'll do like a 12 episode season of like, hey, this is our Switch Showcase. Like, we hope you enjoy the games that we're playing because these are our favorites on the system, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do something like that in the spring or something, but for now, the Switch is so young that like I don't want to do that just yet, because that means we would have to like update it every year at some point.
Right.
But maybe we'll do like a Switch Showcase type show in the near future.
I will say, go back to... You might have to go a couple of episodes, but me and Corey kind of did a list of games to be looking forward to when it was in the spring. So we probably did around February or March, and Corey has a great list of games that me and him agreed about of getting. So if you want a list kind of thing, go check out that episode.
Yeah. Our last question comes from Bryce Sack. He says, do you think Nintendo's 2018 was/is as successful as their 2017?
Yes.
I think 2017 really revolved around 2 giant titles, right? It revolved around Zelda, and it revolved around Mario Odyssey, and the rest was kind of like Nintendo's still trying to figure it out with new IP, bringing Splatoon and Mario Kart over. They had one major release every month, which was huge. And then third parties kind of like testing the waters to see how they would do. And this year, I don't know if Nintendo has two games as big as Zelda and Mario, but they have a lot more variety and a lot they're like the games that will fill out a library are much bigger than the ones that they released last year.
I would say going just on the platform, Nintendo Switch has changed everybody's perception in the industry for games. When we did when they did the reveal thing in February or January, February, and here on NGR we talked about it and we live streamed it, people kind of laughed at the Nintendo Switch, and then they got their hands on it, and then all of these great games and indie games start coming out. So the discussion focused on Microsoft and Sony was kind of being taken away, and now when every interview of a new game is coming out, if it's not exclusive to that system, what's one of the questions? We've already covered it. Is this game coming to Nintendo Switch? So when that question is in the topic of your interview, it just shows you that Nintendo is still having a great year, because not only do they want people are wanting your games to come to the platform, but that has become like a expected question. And there's no other company who has been like, well, is this game coming to Xbox One or PS4 or PC? That doesn't get asked as much as Nintendo Switch has done, So Nintendo as a company, and for the Switch and even a little bit of the DS systems, they are still having a great year as they were having in 2017. 2017 changed the game industry, definitely, like you said, Corey, with Zelda, because when it comes to open world games, everybody's talking about, is it going to have jumping like Breath of the Wild? A simple mechanic. Odyssey is still selling bukus, and people are still collecting all of those moons, the moonshines and stuff. You mentioned there was a great game, first party game or a third party game, big titles that still came out every month. It's still going on right now, whether it's a Nindy game or it's third party or first party. People are excited and are picking it up. So there are constantly games selling on the Nintendo platform, and people are enjoying. So it's almost just like 2017. It's just a different landscape. Third party is kind of getting, not third party, indies are getting more light and showcase on Nintendo Switch than third party games are. We just in the past, like last week, people have been talking more about Dead Cells than the beta for Black Ops 4. And that speaks volumes.
Yeah. So, man, what a year. What a.
We haven't even finished out the year yet, and we about to have a cavalcade of top titles.
I mean, we got Smash
Switch
and Pokemon still, right? Those are two huge titles. I think a lot of people are underestimating this Pokemon game because it's not a quote-unquote traditional game. But I think this game's going to sell more than a traditional Pokemon game would at first, because, people have been playing Pokemon Go for years, right, at this point, right? Like, I saw kids the other day. I went to my local used game store, not called GameStop, and there were kids in there walking around with their parents' phones playing Pokemon Go still, right? And I'm like, man, this game is still super popular to the point where it's like, I think Pokemon Let's Go is going to sell based on Pokemon Go, based on where it's taking place, based on people's nostalgia for those Pokemon. It's the first Pokemon game I've been super interested in years, because let's face it, it's going to be easier, and there's only 151 in this game instead of 9,000. So, I think this is going to be the game that gets people back into Pokemon to the point where next year's RPG is going to sell even more because people are getting themselves back into Pokemon.
Yeah, shoot, Mario Party is going to probably sell about 1.5 million. Like where they're going with the series and what they're going to do, I don't know what the review score is going to be, but I think this is going to get people back into the series and it's going to sell well. Like if Mario Party just even get an 8, that's an automatic sale. And folks are going to get adult beverages, I would say, and Goofy mess is going to happen. And what's good about that is just like I'm going to be looking at Game Informer and seeing their editors fool around because I like watching them be goofy and have that kind of fun.
Yeah,
and like, go ahead.
Oh, and like there's gonna be so many people online just like, we're gonna play a 50-round turn of Mario Party because it's hilarious. Like I've been watching Giant Bomb's Mario Party series again.
Yeah.
And they have to play 50 rounds of every Mario Party game. It's so funny, like watching them struggle through Mario Party games. But yeah, I mean, I think Mario Party is going to do well. I mean, dude, Nintendo's on a roll right now, and like I'm sure, and like something we haven't even talked about yet is like 3DS still has games coming out. Luigi's Mansion still coming.
Yeah.
Bowser's Inside Story is still coming. So, like, yeah, man, there's a lot.
And we know Atlas got something for Switch, but they've been kind of quiet on the front of releasing games. Because I think once they start making announcements for that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So.
So Capcom and Konami, get on. We need some games.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
where's our Castlevania game now that you just showed us what they could look like on Switch?
Oh goodness, I want Bandai Namco to make that so bad,
man. But anyways, this wraps up our episode of Nintendo Pow Block this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you can find Nintendo Pow Block every Tuesday at 7 a.m. on your podcast service of choice and youtube.com/NGRradio and NGRradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at NGRPowBlock. Check out our other content like the Nindy Showcase that we've been promoting all the last couple weeks. Check out Squad Goals and Royale with Cheese. Check out our family of shows, Nerds Gone Platinum, Arsenal X, and of course Nerds Gone Rogue. Rate us, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode. You can also check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, and other podcast apps. My latest episode is titled Did the Sega Genesis Change the 16-Bit Era? And also, everybody, The Beauty of Video Games Volume 4 is coming to NGRradio.com exclusively. I am getting special guests. I am getting my blogs up, and a certain person will be delivering the epilogue, and I cannot wait to have that conversation and wait for you guys to hear that episode. So all of that will be dropping in September. I'm sorry I cannot release the date for that, but you guys will be getting that exclusively at NGRradio.com.
Yeah. You can find me at CoreyNHC86 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Nerds Gone Rogue as well as other content here on the platform. Like, subscribe, and share. Click on over to the YouTube page. Just give us that subscribe. It's that big red button. Don't be afraid, even if you're an audio listener. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo!